Shane Sparks, Big Ten Network Wrestling, big week with Iowa and Penn State. This matchup never disappoints. You look at the history of these two programs, going back to 2008, the last 14 NCAA championships wrestled. Penn State's won 9, Iowa's won 4. A lot of memories in this one. When I think about memories for Iowa, it starts with Tony Ramos pinning Jordan Conaway, pinning Jimmy Gulibon. I was at both those matches inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. It was deafening. I've never heard that arena that loud. At least I've never witnessed it.
And the Hawkeye fans are going crazy.
Alex Meyer, when they pulled Mark Hall's red shirt and Alex Meyer beat Mark Hall, I remember that one. I think that same duel also was Thomas Gilman and Nick Soriano. Gilman beat Soriano in that duel. I remember that one. I was actually watching that one at a pizza place in my hometown, Ripon. I wasn't doing play-by-play at that match, but I remember watching it on the TV. We had an event at Madison Square Garden in 2020 that I was broadcasting. It was part of a Super Saturday deal, and I was actually doing Michigan-Rutgers. The night before was Iowa-Penn State, watching it in my hotel room in New York City, and I remember Michael Kemmerer and Mark Hall. Kemmerer won that match. I mean, that was so exciting to listen to Tim and Jim call that match. So that's what really stands out when I think about Iowa. For Penn State, when I think about the Nittany Lions, it starts with Bo Nickel. When he pinned Sammy Brooks, I remember that one. I mean, Bo Nickel, nobody liked the spotlight, and nobody stepped up when the lights were brightest on the biggest of stages like Bo Nickel. And I just remember, I think it was a sophomore year, you know, he goes like this to the crowd, pins Sammy Brooks, who was a Big Ten champ. Going back to last year, the wild match with Carter Storace and Michael Kemmerer. Of course, the year before, Kemmerer beat Storace at the Big Tens. Storace beats him to win an NCAA title. So those two guys scrapping was awesome. That was a fun match. And Max Dean and Jacob Warner, I mean, that dual meet was hanging in the balance last year at 197. Jacob Warner was in really good shape. He's up 3-0, start of the third period. He's on top, and he's really good in that top position. And Max Dean escapes, takes him down. Of course, that bow and arrow, that excruciating bow and arrow, turned him for 4, wins that match. Of course, Max Dean would go on to win the Big Ten title, and he beat Warner in the NCAA finals. So plenty of great memories, so many good matchups in the history. It's going to be so much fun. At Bryce Jordan Center, there's always close to 16,000 people. If it's in Carver Hawkeye Arena, it's close to 15,000 people. The fans love this. It's one of the best nights of the year for college wrestling fans, especially in the Big Ten. We'll see how this next chapter is written, but Penn State, Iowa, let's go.